Hey, what's up everybody? Now, as you can see from the title of my video, 25 most defining divas in the WWE. WWE did a countdown recently on WWE.com, and you know I had to see this countdown. I had to view for myself. Knowing that it's the WWE, I knew that there would be a lot of girls in here that should not be in this countdown. So when I looked at it, I wasn't surprised to see who was number one and who was in it and who wasn't in it, and the rankings of the women. So let's just say I'm not going to go over all top 25, but I'm going to put all of them in the description box. Not there, but there. And you'll see the top 25. But let me just say one thing. We all know women's wrestling right now is not the same anymore. We know that pretty much the women's division in the WWE and in the knockout division in TNA is both a joke right now. I mean, women's wrestling is on a serious decline. It has been for a while, and I don't see how it's going to get any better anytime soon, unfortunately. So, going back to this list, Vickie Guerrero is at number 20. She basically beat out Nakano at 24, Jacqueline at 21, Ivory at 23. So she beat out three of the most awesomest, greatest female wrestlers of all time. Nakano alone. Now I know she didn't make a big mark in America, but Nakano is a serious legend in Japan. And Vickie Guerrero beat her out. But then again, this is the WWE we're talking about. Alundra Blayze, my ultimate all-time favorite female wrestler of all time, comes at number 13. Not even in the top 5. Now, are they still holding a grudge against her because she threw the women's title in the garbage at Nitro? You know they are. Mae Young is at number 12. Now, yes, Mae Young has been in the business for a long time, but in terms of notoriety and in terms of her wrestling career, she didn't really do much in the WWE. So she got a pretty big push at number 12. You have Wendi Richter at number 11. Wendi Richter, who's going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame this year, was a great female wrestler. I mean, her heyday was definitely late 70s and all throughout the 80s. But she did make a big impact in the WWE, and unfortunately, she kind of got screwed over for the women's title when Moolah wanted the title back. You have Mccool at number 10. Mccool at number 10. Need I say more about that? You have Stacey Keibler on this list at number 18. What did Stacey Keibler ever do to be on a top 25 list? Vachon at number 16, which is great to see Luna on there. Vachon will always be the woman that I think should have won the women's title. One of the most accomplished female wrestlers of all time. She loves this, but I'm glad to see her in the countdown at least. You have notables as Lita at number 8. I'm really shocked by this because Lita should be in the top 5. I mean, she really recreated women's wrestling in a sense in North America, because you've seen her doing so much high-flying moves that we didn't see women do that much in women's wrestling in America. And she definitely did a lot of defining moments in the WWE. So Lita at number 8, I think, should have been more higher than that. You have Mickie James at number 7. Not the biggest Mickie James fan, but you know, for that sense, she did win a title a lot of times, and so in that sense, I guess she does deserve to be at least in the top 10. Beth Phoenix at number 17. I can understand that a little bit because, you know, even though Beth is not, I want to say, somewhat new to WWE, she's been here now for a couple of years, but she still has a long ways to go in defining moments, because so far she's kind of had like the path of Chyna in the sense where she didn't fight too many men, Beth, but she's going up against women that are pretty much dominating, and they're not giving her any competition and giving her any good matches, so it's kind of hard for her to have some kind of defining moments. You know what I mean? Molly Holly at number 19. I wish she could have been a lot higher, because Molly Holly was a superb, phenomenal wrestler who I didn't really think got her just due. I mean, she was such a great talent. The biggest joke, and I'm going to start with the top 5 women. The biggest joke in this countdown, if you got to see this, I mean, come on. It's pretty obvious who the biggest joke in this countdown is, and that has to be at number 5, Stephanie McMahon, the billion-dollar princess herself. Are you kidding me? Stephanie McMahon at number 5 in terms of all-time women personality wrestlers in the WWE. Are you really serious? I mean, what does she ever do besides win the women's title in an unfair manner and probably defend it, what, one time? I mean, she did nothing to be on this countdown. She did nothing to be on the top 5, and it's embarrassing. That's why, I mean, it's the WWE, and I couldn't take this countdown or this list serious because I knew they would have jokes on here, and Stephanine being number 5 is just a complete and utter disrespect. Number 4, you have Sensational Sherri. Sherri Martel, who I was the biggest fan of. I mean, I love Sherri Martel. Here's a woman that can do it all. Wrestle, great ring presence, mic skills. She was a great manager. I mean, she was like the antithesis, I can't even say the word right. She was like basically the antagonist of Miss Elizabeth, where Miss Elizabeth was sweet and kind and did nothing but stay in her corner and cheered her man on. Sherri Martel did not stay in the corner. She did whatever it took for her men to win a match. And that's what I loved about Sherri Martel. She's another talent that was greatly missed. Passed away way before her time. Love Sherri Martel, and I wish I had done a video doing a tribute about her because Sherri Martel was huge in this business. She loved this business, every sense of it. Number 3 is Chyna. And now this definitely, I definitely agree with Chyna being the top 5 because now this is a defining diva. Here's a woman who wrestled in a man's world, who wrestled men, who was in the Royal Rumble, who was in Survivor Series, who won the Intercontinental title, a men's title. Here's a woman who people took serious at that time because at the time, yes, she was dating Triple H and she did have somewhat, not that much power, but had like powers in the back going for her. But the men respected her enough to get in the ring with her and to job to her and sell to her and do all these things to her because she worked her ass hard. Now it's unfortunate that now she's just completely wasted and trashed out, drug addictions and all this stuff about her. She's completely going downhill. But at that time in the Attitude Era and at that time when she was really over, she was a woman that was meant to be taken serious because she did so much for women's wrestling in general. At number 2, the fabulous Moolah. Moolah should not be at number 2 at all because here's a woman who pretty much started women's wrestling, who put women's wrestling on the map. The first woman to ever wrestle in Madison Square Garden, the first woman to ever wrestle in WrestleMania 1. I mean, Moolah was amazing. I mean, Moolah did so much for women's wrestling, and you know, you can say a lot of stuff about her being a shady business partner and a promoter and all that stuff, but Moolah was a woman that was supposed to be taken serious and was taken serious, and a lot of boys in the back respected her a lot. Moolah did a lot for this business, and she should be at number 1. And that's another talent that's greatly missed. And of course, at number 1 is Trish Stratus. Not surprised at all because any countdown you have with women, Trish Stratus is always going to be number 1 because the modern day diva will always be kind of carbon copied after Trish Stratus. She did held her own. I mean, I give her a lot of credit. I always respect Trish for coming into this as a fitness model and then training her ass off, training her butt off to be taken serious as a wrestler, and she did a great job. I was never the biggest Trish Stratus fan, but she was a great person on a mic, and she did have great wrestling talent. And yes, she does deserve to be on the list at the top 5 at least, but not number 1. But definitely Trish was a great talent. But there goes my thoughts on this list. Let me know what you all think because you know how I am about women's wrestling. I am passionate about women's wrestling, but the sense is that this list, for the most part, is not to be taken serious. Really, I mean, I'm shocked they even had this list because the WWE don't care nothing about women's wrestling. So that's what I had to say for now. I'll come back with my WrestleMania prediction video soon and talk about more about the new Monday Night Wars happening. So that's what I gotta say for now, y'all. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Peace.